Which cars are the biggest hidden gems that you should buy? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. I'm going to share 10 cars that are incredibly well made, reliable, all around excellent cars that very few people know about, that are absolute hidden gems that you need to take a look at. 5 of these cars are brand new and the other 5 can only be purchased used. So let's begin with the cars that are brand new hidden gems on the market. Let's begin with the first one on the list, which is the Toyota Crown. Buyers seem to have already forgotten that the Crown exists, or maybe they didn't know it existed to begin with, which is a huge shame because I believe that this is one of Toyota's absolute best cars. Although it's positioned as a nicer, more comfortable, more luxurious alternative to the Toyota Camry, I'd say that it's really more like a Lexus ES at a discounted price. It drives incredibly well with a super smooth ride, the interior is very comfortable and surprisingly luxurious, and it comes standard with all-wheel drive and Toyota's best hybrid system. It's made in Japan, it has all the ingredients for superb reliability and longevity. Give this one a look because you might just come away surprised with just how great it is. The next hidden gem I have is a specific version of a very popular vehicle, and that vehicle is the Lexus NX 250. The Lexus NX is a very popular SUV and definitely not a hidden gem, but the base model, the NX 250, often gets overlooked for the far more popular NX 350 and 350h, which is a shame because the 250 is truly a hidden gem. Because it's the base model, it's way less expensive than the rest of the NX lineup, but in some ways it's actually better. It comes with a super simple, naturally aspirated 2.5-liter Toyota 4-cylinder engine with an 8-speed automatic transmission that's dead reliable and designed to last an eternity. Sure, it's not that fast and missing a few features, but nothing crazy that you'll really miss in the long run. If you just want a well-made, long-lasting, no-nonsense SUV with no turbos or hybrids, or if you want an SUV that's nicer, more comfortable, and more luxurious than a Toyota RAV4, this is the one to get. The next hidden gem I have is a nice, small, affordable car that often gets overlooked by buyers, and that car is the Subaru Impreza. The Subaru Crosstrek is the one that gets all the attention because of its trendy crossover looks. But the Impreza is basically the exact same vehicle, minus the ground clearance at a discounted price. You still get the same great all-wheel drive, the same interior and interior space, and the same excellent build quality and reliability. It's nowhere near as popular as the Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla, but for someone shopping on a budget, it's a nice hidden gem worth a closer look. For the next hidden gem, I have something a bit more interesting and exciting for those looking for a high-performance sports car, and that car is the BMW Z4 or Z4. The Z4 is not a very popular car these days, but for those who want a proper sports car that is well made, fun to drive, and a bit different from all the Porsches and Corvettes out there, this is really an option to consider. It's a proper old school BMW with a perfectly balanced rear-wheel drive chassis, an ultra smooth and powerful inline 6-cylinder engine under the hood, and a choice of either an 8-speed automatic or a proper 6-speed manual gearbox. Proper sports car ingredients. That B58 inline-6 engine and transmission combo are also known for being incredibly durable and trouble-free, making this a great long-term car to own. And this is even one of the last BMWs that still has nice, simple physical controls inside. There's a lot to like here, and I truly think this is one BMW that deserves more love than it gets. And I would also say the exact same thing about the next hidden gem on the list, which is the Lexus LC500. It is truly a shame how few people buy one of these because as far as I'm concerned, there is no other luxury GT car out there that comes close at this price. Gorgeous styling, a stunning, beautiful, luxurious interior, a charismatic, naturally aspirated V8 engine that sounds phenomenal, and an exciting yet comfortable driving experience. The bonus is that it is incredibly well made, built to last, and aside from the Porsche 911, will hold its value better than anything from a comparable German brand. If you have the money, get one of these while you still can. So that takes care of the brand new cars that are hidden gems. Now let's move on to the used cars. Now the first one on the list is easily one of the most reliable, longest lasting cars that was made over the past 1 to 2 decades, which makes it all the more surprising why very few people bought it. And that car is the Toyota Avalon. The Avalon is basically the larger, more comfortable version of the Toyota Camry, basically the car that the Toyota Crown replaced. The Camry is one that gets all the attention, but the Avalon is the one you should take a look at. Because it is largely off the radar of buyers, it's often possible to score a much better deal on one, which is great because you are basically getting the same amazing car, arguably a better car than the Camry. The Avalon was made up till 2022, making it a great lightly used car buy if you want one of the most reliable cars ever made. The next hidden gem on the used car list is a very similar type of situation, and that car is the Subaru Legacy. This is another large sedan that the market seems to have completely forgotten about, which is a shame because the Legacy is quite a good car. It's well made, reliable, comfortable to drive, comes with an excellent all-wheel drive system, and because so few buyers pay any attention to it, it can be an excellent buy. 2025 is the final model year of the Legacy, but whether you get one of these brand new or lightly used, either way you just really cannot go wrong. Conventional sedans really seem to be the trend when it comes to hidden gems, because the next car that I have on the list is the Acura ILX. The ILX was basically the Acura version of the Honda Civic with the same basic parts, which makes it a very reliable, cheap to maintain car. But it came with a much better drivetrain than the Civic, Honda's famous K-Series 2.4 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with an 8-speed transmission for better performance and outstanding reliability. It also has a nicer interior with more features and nicer styling. And now, because the ILX has been forgotten, you can pick up a lightly used one for the same price or even a lower price than a comparable Honda Civic. That's what I call great value and a great used car buy. And the next hidden gem on the list is a great option for someone who wants to buy a lightly used SUV and a hybrid. And that car is the Toyota Venza. Even though the Venza was made until 2024, the market seems to have already forgotten that it exists. It is basically a nicer version of the Toyota RAV4 hybrid with all the same parts and hybrid system, only it was made in Japan and designed to be a bit nicer overall. Only now you can buy them for basically the same price of an equivalent used RAV4 hybrid. So you may as well go for the nicer Venza instead. And finally, that brings us to the last hidden gem of the list, which is the Infiniti Q50. Now, I would not consider this one to be as great of a car as the other ones I mentioned, but there is no denying the amazing value here. 2025 is the final year of the Q50. And because it was such a slow seller brand new that dealers couldn't give them away, they have depreciated massively and are now very attractive buys on the used market. Perhaps not quite as reliable as the others mentioned, this is still an excellent well-made car with a powerful V6 engine, a nice interior, and again, unbeatable value. I mean, you can get one that's just 3 years old with low mileage for less than the price of a base model Honda Civic. It's really hard to argue with that. And one final comment I'll make, because there's always a concern with buying a used car that's no longer being made due to potential parts availability and a shortage of parts down the road, which is not really a concern, and specifically why I chose these particular vehicles, because they all share the same parts with other far more popular vehicles, many of which are still being made brand new today. So parts availability is not going to be an issue whatsoever. So let me know what you thought of these lists. Would you consider buying any of these hidden gems? What was your ownership experience like if you've owned one yourself? And are there any hidden gems that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're planning to purchase a vehicle and you live in Ontario, know that OMVIC is the vehicle sales regulator that's responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, you can visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.